Good morning. Welcome to ATI Pro Media. Let me just give a little check. Can you hear me out there, Brady? All thumbs up. Well, good morning. Welcome to ATI Pro Media. You hear that little pop in my voice? It's because we have a pop in the markets, not only in grains, but outside markets, absolutely on fire. Feel like I'm talking real loud. I'm excited. Let me lower my gauges, but I'm excited to be here like we are every morning. Something happened the last few days. Our video views went up tremendously. New record on one of our videos 2 days ago, 2,700 views. And we had 200 and some people watching live. So we like that. That means you're out there, you're liking, you're subscribing. Tell a friend. We do this for free. You get what you pay for. Welcome to the show. Let's take to LaSalle Street and then B Huck will take over from there. All right. Dees corn up 4. Sep soybeans up 5.5. No beans up 6.5. Meal up. Oil up. Wheat up. Hello. Ring the bell. Double bell. Border trade wheat up 15, KC up 18, Minneapolis up 12, live cattle up 72, feeder cattle up 190. They've had a rough go over there. Speaking of rough go, hogs up 140. They were limit down. Let me repeat for those of you standing back. Hogs were limit down yesterday. Let's take it to Wall Street. We got some really exciting stuff to talk about over there. Looking at the metals, I was involved in these a little bit today. I was trading gold there for a little bit. Gold up 35, silver up 74, 2 years, 10-year, 5-year, 30-year. Bond market exploding higher. That means rates are going down. Why is that? Well, we had CPI today, and we could talk about that a little bit more. Crude oil down 11, natural gas drifting lower, 22.99. Dow Jones futures, are you ready? 40,100 up 62. NASDAQ down. You see again that divergence between the Dow and the NASDAQ. S&P up 5. Bitcoin up 12. Copper down. Interesting that copper's down. Can't say I know why, but I can say that it is. All right. With that, B Huck, come to the show. We got a lot of stuff to do. I feel like in Blues Brothers, we got a half a pack of smokes and we got to get there to go see the nun. Remember when that? Did you ever see Blues Brothers?
Oh,
I
I've
feel
seen
like
it
you
a
haven't
few
seen it
times.
because you're not
Tommy
laughing.
G.
You don't remember when the nun was beating him with the ruler, Belushi?
I've seen it. It's a little before my time, Tommy G. I still watch it, but it's one of those classics,
Yeah. Well,
for
we
me.
still maybe we'll watch it together one day. We'll come
We
out to the
should.
campfire, see some cattle. Hey, speaking of
Yeah.
cattle, what's going on? We've had a heck of a sell-off, and now we're coming back. What do you got for headlines? I understand I showed up late today. Who has two thumbs and showed up at 8:58? This guy.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait. Tommy pops in at 8:57. What do we got for a show today, boys? 3 minutes to go
I'm
time.
used
Let's
to
talk
doing
about
live
what we
national TV. I'm not scared
No
anymore. I'm not
pressure.
scared.
No pressure. All good to go.
I did
Yeah. What do we have?
shower.
The main headline, macro front was CPI increased, 3% year over year, below expectations. So CPI cooling a bit, still 3% though. I mean, well above the 2% inflation. If you didn't get a 3% raise, you're still paying more for products than what you are bringing in on that side of the front. But that
You know,
kind of a positive headline.
Yeah, absolutely. The market's like it. The way Scott the Cow Guy says it, which is funny because he's a big guy, he says, if I only gain 30 pounds a year, I'm not losing weight, people. And so he looks at the 3% as the new norm, like, hey,
Mhm.
good to see I only gained 3%. Well, a big guy like me gaining 3%, that's a no bueno, right? And of course, like we talked yesterday, everyone's looking for the Ozempic of ag marketing. And I hear you have it. Give us that shot, that pill that's going to fix it all. Brady Huck, stage is yours.
The state for ag marketing though is epic. Well, you got to get control, Tommy G. That's the
Need a
number one
subscription.
thing,
You
right?
need a prescription from a doctor, right? There's
I,
all
I,
types of weight loss drugs, but
yeah.
nothing beats discipline, and that's a true story.
Absolutely. It's great to be in a good position where you're at today. Then nobody likes to see the markets going down. We hate to see the markets go down. We want to see them go up and have good prices to sell into. But once you have control, then, you're in a much comfortable situation and you can embrace this type of volatility versus kick and scream and be a victim of the volatility. But
Yeah, I
good to see
understand.
green on the screen.
It's
Wheat.
wonderful.
That's wheat's up 18 cents on KC wheat. It's a great thing for wheat farmers. Got to be looking at if you need to make some post-harvest cash marketing decisions. I think that's something to be looking at here. Want to stay in the game long term, but and we talked about that a couple weeks ago, Tommy.
Yeah, it still has a 5 in front of it. But hey, you asked me yesterday late off the record. You said, "Can you bring back that clip of what could I do to push you more? I have to find that file. Text me the date because I have it all on a hard drive. But I want to show people tomorrow a couple tidbits. We'll grab out some 30-second pieces from that.
Mm.
You said I said something in that. What did I say at the end of that video?
It
Did I
was
say a lot of stuff I don't remember?
do, yeah, but they stick, Tommy. A lot of things, good things come out of your mouth. It's good stuff. But at the end of the video, you said, I have a feeling, Brady, we're going to be looking back at this video in June and saying, boy, why didn't we do a little bit more? Why didn't we? And it was a comment about, generally liking that recommendation in that video from that video. I think it was May 15th. We pumped out that video. This is me pushing you. Great time in the corn market, wheat market, but need to go back and take a look. Fine example of premium content.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, not awesome that it went down, but awesome that we took the time, told people this is worth watching. We sent it to advanced trading clients too. I don't think we filmed it for premium, but I think we shared it with the world. And
Okay.
if you need a copy of that, you can get it. Hey, speaking of premium, yesterday we had our most subscribers ever up. I don't want to say, but I was shocked at how many people subscribed. And we know this happens. They had 3 people open a trading account. We had a bunch of new subscribers to ATI Pro Media Premium. If corn was $8, they'd have it all figured out. We had a half off sale, as you taught us yesterday. We went from like 810 down to 404. Now we're bouncing a little bit today. But why is it? And go full screen on Brady, Joe. I want to take a picture. I want people to see what my setup's like down here. I just think it would be fun for them to see what I look at looking at you guys. Go ahead, Brady.
What am I talking about here, Tommy? I
You're
don't.
talking about why no one would subscribe for ATI Pro Media Premium if corn was $8.
Yeah, that's a good point. Everybody cares about marketing when when the markets are in a crapper and they're not in a good spot. But when it's $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 corn, we just don't care quite as much about marketing as we probably should. It's more of a how good is the price you get versus am I going to make money this year? And I think we're in a spot right now where many people are questioning, am I going to make money this year? And we're worried about our finances. So now all of a sudden we care a lot more about marketing and what we do to catch those extra nickels, dimes, quarters, because those matter right now. A couple years ago, it was more a game on dollars that you'd miss out in the market. And now it's more nickels, dimes, and quarters. But at the end of the day, that's what I want to protect against is the dollar moves, Tommy. I don't want to just protect against, try to capture a nickel better basis here and there. It's those dollar moves, those 50-cent moves. Those are the ones that come and hurt us and wreck our balance sheet year after year. That's what I care about marketing every day.
Yeah, good points. I was on with Michelle Rook yesterday. We filmed a bunch of stuff. Her and I talked off the record for a half hour, interesting conversation. And then we recorded something. That was it right there. We sent that out as premium. The reason I sent that out as premium was I can't do any better than that interview right there. I looked at what I was going to film for premium. I'm like, God, if I could film premium, I would say exactly what I said there. So that was yesterday's premium content, but it is also out there publicly. If you go to Farm Journal, you can see that video. One thing I said in that video that you'll see is that it wouldn't surprise me at all if we rallied 30 cents. Like, no doubt in my mind. By the end of the week or next week, corn could easily have a 30-cent rally for so many reasons that so much volume has traded on the lows and the funds are short and the farmer is getting upset and going to quit selling and talk about building new bins and bags and making a whole bunch of more mistakes. But which may not be a mistake a year from now if we go watch this video. It may be brilliant. But in the meantime, mathematically, it doesn't look like a good idea. But corn's up 5 right now. I said markets could rally 30 cents. Wheat's 2/3 there. Beans aren't going to sit here forever and just watch this. No, beans have been the weakest of anything, way oversold, but that doesn't mean they can't go lower. I bet you people thought crude oil was oversold when it went to negative 37. Many a person, man and woman and child from all over the world, got an absolute beating buying crude oil because it was undersold during the pandemic. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to say these grains are oversold, but we also talk about how affordable calls are. For my own self, I did some $5 calls, but I own a seat, so it's nothing to buy them. I barely pay commission. If anyone wants to know how to do that, give me a call. I'll show you. But it's not a secret what we do. So I can go buy a bunch of junky calls. I can go buy $105 calls for, I think the low last night was like 2 7/8 or something. And the fact, if corn went above 5, that I was long 500,000 bushels and I could have never lost 3 cents, that should blow your mind. That should blow your mind. The low in D's $5 corn calls last night was 2 3/4. And you'll see that 25 traded there. That was me. that whole 25 lot was me, and then I did some more up above. So between 2 3/4 and 3, I own those, and I can sleep like a baby because I'm now a farmer, a very small farmer. Those have a delta of 0.11, right? So
Mhm.
we're getting a little education here. If you own
Yeah.
100 of those, you're long 11 futures.
Okay.
I can sleep like a baby knowing that over the next 100 and some days till we call them Thanksgiving options, right? These options expire in November, that I could lose close to 15 grand. Oh, okay. You got me, right? But the
Mhm.
amount of money that the ag producers lost is mind boggling. I mean, all size different farmers have called the last few days. And this is what I was talking about with premium that I had asked yesterday on premium. If you're out there and you're scared, give us a call. 3 phone calls. One young man needed help with grain marketing. He needed help with you with LRP. He's opening a futures account. He needs an LRP account, and he's subscribed to ATI Pro Media, and they say we don't add value. Unbelievable, Brady. Back to you, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you to the new subscriber. There's a snapshot of the video. This is me pushing you. That's that video from May 15th that we're gonna blast out again and
Yeah, let's blast it
get
out, get some
get.
snippets. I can we could regurgitate that. It's not to be I told you so. It was because the whole advanced trading firm was like, what could we do to get people to do anything? And
Yeah.
that the best thing we did during that rally, in my opinion, was obviously you sold old crop. That happened naturally. We got in control of a lot of 24, sorry.
Mhm.
The best thing I feel that I'm most proud of was the 25 hedges we put on, and the buying the put, selling the call on the 25, the selling 25 futures. We're all adults here. You're gonna make the margin call whether you write the check to sell those futures at what was that, 495. I was gonna say 395.
Right there,
Four.
yeah, under
You
$5.
got
We're
filled on some 490s, 495s. And when we say they got filled, we're probably selling 20, 30, aggressively 50% of someone's crop. That would
yeah.
be really aggressive. But the folks who could sell 25, you know what that means, Brady? They're in control of 23 because there's no way someone's thinking about 25 if they don't have 23 under control. So if you were out of control in 23, you could barely think about 24 and 25. Like what's that mean, right? But 25 is only a few months away, and you're going to be prepaying for inputs and doing all this other jazz here. And as soon as harvest happens, what's everyone do? Every great seed salesman in the world loves to go for a combine ride, and that just happened out by you in wheat country, and that's going to happen in the Delta and the South here in the next 60 days. And then the next 90 days, we're going to be in full blown harvest. So you can't hedge 25 if you're not in control of 23. Back to you, Mr. Huck. You are
That's a
just an
huge
absolute
point.
star.
Yeah, well, it's a huge point, Tommy. I mean, if once you fall behind in marketing, it is so difficult to catch up. And typically, when you catch up is when you finally. My brokerage career with ATI started in 2017. I had 3 years of stagnant chop prices, and you finally trained a person to manage risk going into 2020. They print the big 3 billion bushel fear mongering carryout that summer of 2020, and everybody decides I want to manage risk. If it gets back to $4 corn, I'm selling it all. Well, then you get caught up and you catch up on this year, next year, and the following year, and you miss out on a lot of high prices. So you fall really behind when you need to be looking forward, and then you get really caught up soon. By the time it just has a way of working out where you're always on the wrong side of the boat sometimes.
It
When
does
that
feel
happens.
like, how do they know? Right. And to be honest with you, I know some people trade really large in the market. Like I would be considered a extremely small trader at this point in my career. I make my money brokering, educating people, a little bit in media, and I look at myself more like a teacher and an educator and a
Yeah,
coach. My days of trading of the best years I ever had were like in '08 when the market crashed. Some crazy stuff happened in 11. But other than that, as volatility condensed, which we showed that chart yesterday of corn in 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, there's
yep.
really good chance if farmers aren't making much money in the grain markets because they're slow, there's a good chance grain traders aren't making much money. And we need that volatility. We harness that volatility and capitalize on that. We don't currently have that. Now we see some volatility in the outside markets, like what gold did today, what Bitcoin does. And what's happened, Brady, and this is interesting because we're taking this a different way, but
Hmm.
just because you were in Chicago Board of Trade at the corn pit and you love trading corn, once everything went electronic, I could be a corn trader one day and then a Bitcoin trader the next. Remember when Remember when Israel did that counterattack on Gaza and it was during the week and the markets went crazy and Bitcoin went down 5,500? And I told you guys, I thought I didn't understand how I made all that money. I thought I was buying micro Bitcoin, which were like 1/20th of a big Bitcoin. And I thought I bought 3 micros and I bought 3 big Bitcoin. I became like a huge in one
Bitcoin mogul.
Yeah, one Bitcoin future, I think, is 5 Bitcoin, right? So all of a sudden I bought 15 really Bitcoin on futures and my money exploded. I'm like, wow, what's going on? I thought it was a mistake.
Yeah.
I was not in the corn pit at that moment. I was in my basement. Rick has a nice little screenshot of what it looks like. And for that very moment in time, I became a Bitcoin trader. By accident. I made a bunch of money. If I would have lost money, I probably wouldn't be telling the story. And I've had situations like that too. But my point is, if you want to know why the liquidity dries up in these grain markets, is the professional traders move to what's moving. And as grains slow down, and we've all been extremely busy here on the commercial side, the farmer marketing side, folks who did have the discipline, they have puts, have rolled them down, we're extracting money, sending it home. Some people don't. There are people now buying calls against crop insurance, all types of trades happening here. We're going to get slower. And what you said in the beginning of the show of harnessing those 25-cent rallies, capitalizing on these market moves, there's still opportunities, but it's going to come at a lot smaller volatility. With that, stock market's at record highs this morning. It just came off a little bit, but commodities aren't cool right now, are they, Brady?
They're, it's after the last month. It hasn't been cool. Cattle are cool though. Cattle are always cool, Tommy.
Cattlemen are cool, right?
Cowboys are cool.
Unless you're all hat and no cattle. You ever meet a guy like that?
Occasionally you bump into one.
They're the best. Just ask them.
Yeah.
They're the best rancher around.
I got a nice little pop here on feeders and fats. It's good to see. I hope they can hold it together. It's been ugly. I think a cowboy's got to look at the lean hog market and scratch his head and wonder where this beef market's going to go. If we have a lot of cheap pork out there or cheap chicken, we got to compete against that. The ground beef market has been on fire, and that's been supporting the cutout. There's a lot of risk out there on the cattle market, Tommy. I think you guys got that's a shining light still. I know we've sold off from recent highs, but it's still a shining light, and I think it's worth protecting. LRP, puts, futures, look into it. Talk to somebody.
Hey, by chance, did you pull up a drought monitor map?
I did not. No.
That's okay. I have it here. I'll send it to you. Okay. I think we should talk about it. I'm going to forward this to you, and we can go full screen on me, and Brady could pop this up. Yeah. But the reason this is so important is because where you see the drought on the eastern side, I believe this is where all these rains hit. So today is Thursday. Drought monitor map was just sent. Thank you, Kurt Struber, and I believe Mark Tulaski, and we get the email from a bunch of people. I just sometimes with the holidays, I'm like, oh wait, it's Thursday. Drought monitor map time. The parts that do have yellow recently had major rains. I had a friend, he's not a client, but a good friend in central Indiana. He's like, wow, we had 3.6 to 4 inches of rain over 2 days, gentle. And I mean, he said that it's not like they're flooded. It's not like they're pounding. It wasn't the storm that brought 90-mile-an-hour winds and 4 inches of rain in 1 hour. This was the ultimate summer big rain. Oh, thanks, Brady. Did you pop that up that fast? You young kids. All right, look at you. All right, Illinois, Indiana, and I don't know that these rains reach to Ohio. That could still be a trouble spot. But Michigan, look at that Michigan. Barely any yellow. No way after next week with the storms that just went by. Look at Minnesota. Of course, they're floating away and have in some ways, a disaster there. No yellow. So Wisconsin, no yellow. Minnesota, no yellow. The state of Iowa, no yellow. North Dakota, South Dakota. Now, some of these places where there's no yellow, there's flooding, there's ponding, there's problems. I'll tell you one thing, and I said it, I believe you could pop that off. I miss your pretty face. I said to Michelle Rook, if you wanted a story later in the year, and I'll tell you what the story is, it would be a frost in the Dakotas. Oh, look at that. That's me looking at you. Hey, see that note on my desk? I just wanted to make sure there was nothing like before I took the picture. That's a note from Patrick Gotch. He didn't write it to me, but what it says is, number 1, serve the needs of rural America. Number 2, reconnect city with country. That was Patrick Gotch's motto, and I put that on my desk. Sometimes that I have a picture frame next to my bed of that. Sometimes I just do a screenshot of your face. Everyone's like, oh, there's Brady, there's Connor. I made you in my living room like you guys were my kids.
Above the fireplace.
Yeah. There's Brady. But that's what I'm looking at. Go ahead and show that one more time, Rick. I'm in my basement in Valparaiso, Indiana. I have a super powerful computer on the right, a work laptop on the right, all types of stuff there. And yeah, that's that. So you can see little icons we use to do the show, and there's no secret sauce. You could see the way to do the lights is to sometimes you throw a pillowcase over the light.
That's a good trick.
That's a poor man's softbox, and then of course the ticker in the back hitting all the information. But
it's kind of uncomfortable at nighttime though without your pillowcase on. That's the only
we hit
downside to
extra.
it.
Yeah, Gina's been
Oh, you
all right. Questions, comments, Peanut Gallery. First of all, thanks for subscribing. If you missed the videos from the last few days, I don't know what we said. Might have been that the word bankruptcy or bankers beware or something. Okay, Ashley, longtime listener, first time caller, premium subscriber. 2020 ruined a lot of farmers' diligence to forward sell. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And we came out of 2020 in a massive bull market. So don't ever give up. A guy at my Classic said for the last 2 years, we've been eating donuts and losing weight and became a believer that is normal. Ashley, what type of clown said that? I'd love to meet that guy. Oh my God.
Speaking of clowns.
Ashley, you making me blush. Rapid fire. Someone control her. Say that one more time. I like that because that plays into this episode would probably be called the Ozempic grain marketing right there. A guy at Kamai Classic said for the last 2 years, we've been eating donuts and losing weight and became a believer that is normal. This episode will be called the Ozempic of grain marketing because as 7% of America are on weight loss drugs, and just know you could take a shot, eat horribly, go drinking and lose weight without exercising and become skinny fat, what I call it, which is that you lose your actual muscle mass, right? But you fit in clothes that you haven't in years. That's what grain farmers want. They want that shot right now. And maybe we have that shot. Maybe that shot is ATI Pro Media for $30 a month. I don't know if that's enough. Maybe that's not of value to them, but I believe it is. I'm going to tell you folks real quick what ATI Pro Media is. We're real proud of it. I'm going to run this clip. Welcome to ATI Pro Media, powered by Advanced Trading. We're a financial channel that loves agriculture. For just $1 a day, you'll receive advanced trading research, actionable text, and a minimum of 6 videos a week featuring industry experts and insight. Click the button below to subscribe today. Subscribe today. We appreciate it. If you want the free content, it's free. Advanced Trading YouTube channel. If you want premium content, it's $30 a month. I've been sending out a lot more texts. There's a lot more things going on. Markets are moving.
Emails, text, video. You're going to get more than just
you get access to us too. Tommy, Brady, Connor, Joe. If you need another broker at Advanced Trading, feel free to reach out. We don't want any awkwardness. We know that we have several clients who work with other brokers who are subscribing to premium. The goal is to help you get forward sold, get forward protected, keep your upside, and sleep like a baby at night. And you have to do a lot of things to do that. We do not have the Ozempic of grain marketing plan, but we think we can help you. And we've been doing it for over 40 years. So
yep.
Yeah.
Process that works helps put you.
Amy D said that's a great title. That'll get a lot of hits. Over under on 2,500 hits with the Ozempic of grain marketing.
I think you're right there. I don't know. Yeah.
See what type of thumbnail Mr. Rick could make. Joe says higher. Hey, what's that show? $1, Bob. All right, listen, I'm like slap happy, silly mood. I need to get the heck out of here. We have 172 people watching the live stream.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming into my basement every day. If you only knew that I only wear a shirt, this would be an awkward moment. God knows what Brady, I would be scared to ask you to stand right now. Do not do it. All right.
Don't stand up.
All right. I miss Connor B. Do you miss Connor B?
I miss him. Yeah. What's that guy doing? He's out working, isn't he?
I don't know. He'll do well at his next place. He's a good kid. He'll figure it out. I think he is on a well-deserved vacation. He's all right. We got comments. We got happy hour. Let's get her going. Hey, real quick before we get in the comments, if corn doesn't close up and no beans don't close up, we're gonna have to turn that frown upside down. It's gonna be ugly. All right, comments and let's get the heck out of here.
Who's this guy? Is
that Connor B? Oh, look at that.
Oh, tricky Rick here. Even Dan Bengino uses a pillowcase for his lights from time to time.
Okay, real quick comment about that. The light on the right I like, and then I bought that softbox and I have more of those. The light on the left I don't like, and it's for sale, and I have 2 of those. And so the whole thing is about getting soft light. And also you have problems with reflections, so you could see it's reflecting off my glasses. So you want real soft light, especially when you have a face like this. I'm in a great doggone mood. I have a ton of people to call. You have futures and options due for people. LRP, great job on LRP. Congratulations to Kayla taking the test. I
Yes.
don't know why. I got to tell you, I don't know why more people aren't doing this, but let's not let the secret out, right? I guess when it comes to discipline, even with brokers, maybe even at our own firm, maybe folks don't have the discipline to take the month to study the test. And you should be working with someone who took the test, especially when it comes to livestock, cattle, hogs, dairy, futures, options, LRP. Use every tool in that doggone toolbox and get aggressive. Well, any questions, comments, anything else? Rick got that flag. Rick wants to give away a flag. Rick is great at spending my money. Wonderful. Agbo Media bought these flags, and we will give them out. Advanced Trading bought the last batch, but we've given all those out. If you want a flag, give us a call, 1-855-737-FARM. That phone number rings to Tommy Grisafi, Joe Grisafi, Gina Grisafi. We love America. You're a true patriot. We got election coming up. We're going to have to give away a lot of those flags. We haven't talked politics in a while, and we could let that sit. But it's not that long till the election. It's within 100 and some days now. It's coming fast. 105, 110, something like that. And that election, let me give you a little secret. Be extremely, extremely careful how you're positioned in beans. Nov options will expire before the election. So
Connor did a great video on that a couple weeks ago, didn't he?
Nov options will expire at the end of October. So just say I could be off within a date. Nov options will expire around October 21st, 22nd. Mm-hmm. The election, I believe, is November 5th. Those 2-3 weeks could be huge in beans. I want you, if you're going to store your beans, out to January. If you don't understand, give us a call. All right. Questions, comments, peanuts gallery, thank you. Record amount of subscribers to Premium yesterday. I'm grateful. We will keep working hard for you, the American farmer. As Patrick Gotch said, serve the needs of rural America and reconnect city with country. Agriculture is the backbone of the American economy. Sometimes it's, you wouldn't think that if you went to the East or West Coast, but if you ever drive in the middle, you'll realize America is still the best country in the world. Brady Huck, Dodge City, Kansas. Tom Grisafi, Valparaiso, Indiana. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.